Hello, friends. Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. Welcome to a chill morning stream where I'm going to be working on Vue.js components. I started this on Monday, but essentially we are creating components that we can use for this thing like my chat overlay. So things like the avatar, the user's name, all that good stuff. I don't think I'm a partner. I think we can check with the Alcabot. No, I didn't reapply. I am not partnered, no. Thank you, Alcabot. And also Alka's here too. But if you type !project in the chat, you can get a link to the GitHub repo and a link to the style guide that we started working on last time. I'm not a partner. No congrats. But as you can see, we have the avatar. And last time we started calling this thing Greenhouse. I've decided that I want to call it SproutKit, SK. One of the main reasons being, everyone hated my GH prefix on all of my components, so we're calling it SproutKit. But you have all these components, you can do custom sizes for the avatar, you have user info where you can pass in badges and it automatically adds them. We also have like country flags and team badges, so we made these last time. I want to get closer. I want to get closer to getting it working so that way we can integrate it to this thing over on the right. Because right now this thing on the right is just like copy pasted. I've talked about it last time, but I also have this website where the components look very similar, but everything is copy pasted. Basically, we're making this library so that we can reuse it in all of my stuffs. All right, let's say hello to everyone. Yeah, it's called SproutKit. What do you all think of the name? Yes, this is live. We are live. Say hello, or say hi, or say good morning, or say burrito. And I will try to acknowledge you. Hello, Terrazoid, and Monoloto, and Mashiko, and Turtle Dev Coder, Coding Pasta, Doman, Avi, how you doing, who says, what do I think of Vue 3? I think it's great. I think it's a beautiful thing. It's being rewritten in TypeScript. The composition API is awesome with great support for TypeScript. It's pretty cool. Hello, Andrew Lane and Gazija, Terminal Bash, and Moshiko, who says there's a SpaceX launch. I didn't know that was happening. I might have to watch. Hello, Arduino Explorer, and Lakshman, and Slowly Raking. Nice. Welcome back. Win3020 day. The first time in 2 weeks, but welcome. Hello, Mark, and Ikrish Cool, and Makes Sense, and Julian. It's been a while. Welcome. And hello, Callie, and Diffra Dev, and What's Up, Alka, and Yuvraj, and Mashiko. I think I will. I didn't know that it was happening, though. Good morning. I guess I'll try the Twitch thing out. Well, welcome, Destin, from YouTube. Hopefully, you get a nice warm welcome here on Twitch. It's a nice place. I like it here. Hello, Ben Aaron Dahmer, and Zorella, and Shines Love, and Hinok, and Cookify, and Otsko. Otsagu, and Andrew, and Vinicius, and Zensi, and Rikwidas, and Coding Pasta, and Lilius, and Sasan, and Marlon, and Developer CR. So many things are going to be updated today, I hope. Hello, Greg. Morning. Yeah, I really want to get at least the base components done. I'm going to try my best to not get sidetracked. We're going to get the base components done so that at least by tonight's stream, that's really ambitious because I kind of have to go like in an hour, but by tonight's stream, I want this overlay running these components. We'll see. Hello, Cheyenne, and Ivo, and Sadiq, and David, and Lakshman, and Chief Mustardo, welcome, and I'm Cool, and Steve, and Selvakumard. What are we going to do? If you type !project or !working on, you can get links and info about all the stuffs. Launching astronauts for the first time on SpaceX Falcon 9. Huh. Wow, that's pretty cool. All right, I need to watch. When is that happening? And hello, Mark. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Is there a formal definition of a component? I don't know if there's a formal one. I don't know who was the first one to do it, but it is a very common concept here in front-end development nowadays. And hello, Leon. And hello, Mike. And yeah, welcome. Anybody that's new here, let's get you acquainted with the stream here and all the stuff that's going on. So first off, if you would like to let me know what country you're in, and you would like to have a country flag next to your name, and what's up, Ted? I probably will use Vue test utils, whatever comes generated with the app. We haven't written tests yet, though. But if you type !flag followed by your country, and then send a message, it will show your country flag in my chat overlay. So that's fun. And then the other thing is if you type !team followed by some font awesome brand. What team should I be on today? I guess I could be on Team Docker. Actually, I'll be on Team Vue.js. And that will put an icon to the right of your name. And if you do !badges, you can get a link to where all this stuff is coming from. So 2-character country code, and then the other thing are font awesome branded badges, and those are going to show up on the right. It was persisted, but in a weird way. It was persisted in a way that did not persist. So technically, no, it's not persisted. But am I still in yeah, I'm still in science and tech. Yeah. Testy test. 4:33 p.m. Eastern, which is 2:30 p.m. my time. Nice. So that's mainly it. And then the other thing for all the other new people here is you can also drop. Let's go ahead and do a good morning drop. You can drop an emote or an emoji. I'm going to drop a Coding 5 yerba, which is the drink that I'm drinking right now. And you will see it. It drops. And if you land in the garden here, your name will appear on the leaderboard. I want Team TDD, but no icon for that. I wonder if you could just find like a testing library, or what if you did like a test tube, or like a beaker for testing? I don't know. Good morning, Diffradev from Rome. Welcome. Hello, Casper. Buenas. Hello, Urian. Welcome, everyone. Hello, Leon. Sorry if I missed your hellos, but we need to get going. So it's not a new overlay yet. We're just working on the components. So right now, we've got the avatar component. We've got the country flags component. Well, sorry, the user info component, which shows like the name and the badges and things like that. The flags are coming from the... actually, it's right here in the documentation. Triano with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much, Triano. And actually, yeah, there was someone... I think there were... couple that subscribe on Twitch Prime when I wasn't even streaming. Jotunbay, Flexomaman, and Nick. Thank you all for those Twitch subs. Chief Mustardo, let's see what you tried. Oh, they didn't persist. If you're coming back, you're gonna have to do the flag thing again. Oh, and in my haste, I forgot to shout out Jitter Ted. Please check out Jitter Ted. Click that link. He's a member of our live coders team. He writes a lot of TypeScript and Java, and probably other things. Check him out. Were there any other live coders here? Live coders. No, just Alka and Jitter. Check out Alka too. Click that link. Drop a follow. Okay, let's go. So, we've got these components. I think the next component that I want to work on is the... what do you call it? What about now? Oh, do you want England? It has to be the 2-character country code or the full name. So try GB for Great Britain. Is that what ing is? I don't know what ing is. That's well, I add this today. Let's see. Oh, is this about the click thing? Probably not. And you're demonstrating the problem very clearly because I can't click that link. What is this one? Not today, mainly because I just want to get the base components working. Okay. All right, let's make a chat card. So basically, we're going to make a card that accepts a message and user... Well, actually, I think we just need a message. Now I have a reason to add it, yeah. So basically, we want to make this component here. So let's get that going. So we're using a thing called Vue Style Guidus, which is really cool. What it allows us to do is define our components in this components directory. So you can see like the avatar component. We just defined a simple component. We define all of our props, and they can have default values. And then we're using Sass, but one thing we're using are custom CSS properties. And these are just supported in modern web browsers. You won't need any sort of extra stuff to be able to use these variables, but it allows us to parameterize stuff in all of our styles, so it's great. Oh, there you go, Chief Mustardo. Welcome. Hello, Ariel. And hello, Rakshit. Okay, so that's our styles, and then we can create this section called docs, which has examples of each of the components. So there's an example of a component with just an image, the subscriber badge, a custom subscriber badge, changing the size, and Alvi40 with the tier 1 sub. Thank you very much, Alvi. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Okay, so that's that, and we need a new one, and we're going to call it chat card, I think. So I'm just going to copy over this component. We're going to... chat card? I think that's a good name. Hello, Infy. Welcome, welcome. All right, so we're going to start off with a super basic div that just has a class called chat card. Hello, Siba. And for now, there is a prop called message that is of type string. One of the things about this component, though, is it is going to sanitize the incoming message. It is going to basically take any HTML that's pretty bad and make it good. Make HTML good again. No, it will remove anything malicious or anything like that. Okay, so we have our chat card. Just a basic style here, and then we'll get rid of all these examples. And we'll make one example. One example is going to be skchat-card. And the message will be hello world. And so the way this works is you actually have to tag this as JSX because that's how Vue Style Guidance knows to embed the source code and embed the example. So I made that example there. And we get a prop called message. Let's just show it right here inside of a p tag, just to show that it's working. So we can show message right here. And we should get a hello world on the screen. Oh, I need to start up the style guide. So npm run style guide. Make HTML great again. So I played the song The Final Countdown, and there were elephants that went all over the screen because 5432 is the default Postgres port. Oh, I didn't mean to build. I meant to run it. Yeah, we're using TypeScript. And thank you, Manticora, for that follow, and Sweaterl, thank you very much. And James, thank you for that hydrate. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Wait. What do I suggest to do first when learning Vue? Build a to-do app. I know it's lame. The elephants went across the screen. But yeah, to-do app just shows you most of what you're ever going to need inside of a Vue.js app. It obviously does get more complicated than that, but for the most part, it shows you everything you need. Okay, and hello, Element here. Welcome. So we can go to chat card, and we can see it literally just says hello world. So that's great. We're on the right track. And one thing I want to do is I want to get the font that's over here. So I'm going to open up the ugly code base that manages this chat overlay, and we're going to copy and paste some stuff. We're going to clean it up, but we are going to copy and paste some stuff. Speed things up a little bit. We don't want to write everything from scratch. I think one of the main things is the font. So the font is Montserrat, which I like to call Montserrat. And I am just going to import that directly here in the CSS. What we found last time is that even though we're defining it here in the component CSS, it will only be imported once by Vue. It's smart enough to know to do that. So we'll do @import. We'll put this URL in. I mean, technically, I probably should figure out a way to load multiple Google fonts. For now, this is going to be fine. And then we're just going to specify the font family. And thank you, Vivek, for that. Or Vika. Vika, thank you for that follow. Here we go. And then the font family is Montserrat. All right. And if we've done everything correctly, there we go. We get a nice body font. So that's great. And then, hello, Jan. Welcome, welcome. We are going to have a background color CSS property that is going to default to let's find the, I think there's a Twitch color. Yeah, this color. I mean, it's not the official Twitch color. It's the Twitch color that goes with, throw in a bunch of imports. It's the Twitch color. Firefox Sans? No. Monster Rat. It's the Monster Rat. So background color is going to default to this, and so this is a CSS property. And then we're going to use that variable to actually define the background color. But I'll show you why this is useful in a second, because we can actually pass it down as a prop. So background color, we're going to say, let's use the variable background color. And just like that, we have this nice purple background. We want to override the color. Let's also make that a variable. 1, 2, 3. We're going to make it white by default, and we'll just say color. It uses that variable color. And there we go. That's nice. Let's add some padding. Let's do like 1 rem. There we go. We got a nice chat card. Thank you, Terrence, for that follow. Is this highlighted? No, so this is what I was talking about. So we allow HTML. We here at the Coding Garden, you can put HTML in your message. But I do strip things out to prevent weird things from happening. And we had the style tag enabled for a while. People started doing weird things with it, with like absolutely positioning or fixed positioning elements over my entire screen. We also had the class attribute on there, but we removed that as well because people were reusing some of the classes that are inside of my style sheet and making really weird things. So it will not be highlighted. However, there's an HTML tag called font, and actually Infi is probably doing it right now just to show you that it works. Actually, Infi, can you do your trademarked message format? Yeah, let's round those corners. And I mean, we can make the border radius a variable as well. Border radius. Pull requests are getting rejected. Oh no. I guess we'll do. What is one? That's 16 pixels, I think, by default. I think that's okay. Yes, yeah. So you can see this is actually a font tag. Oh, hey, Doc. What's up, Doc? So, yeah, a font tag with the mark tag and the big tag. And those are okay because you can't really do any positioning. Body, background color, red. Yeah. Cool. Oh, we even did an emote with a background? Cool. So, I don't know how... we'll let people define the border radius as well. So, we're going to use this variable. Because you could technically just disable it altogether. Alright, that's a nice little chat card. Let's increase the font size. I don't use Tailwind. I think it's okay. But I kind of like just defining my CSS. It makes the HTML less busy. Test. Font size. We're going to go with 1.5 rems. That might be too big, but we'll see. Font size. Actually, I like that. I like that default font size. It's great. Why don't I use an Apple keyboard? Because I like the sound of the mechanical keyboard. I don't know how ergonomic a Mac keyboard actually is. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in a class called message. And message is going to have a little bit more padding. So that way it'll be pushed in just a little bit more. Hello, people. I like radius about 5 to 8. Yeah, let's go like with half a rim. That's a little less. Honestly, like for my use case, I do like the more rounded borders. Why in a message class? Mainly so that I can add padding to the message itself. And let me show you what that will look like. So basically what I want to do now is I want to use the... I'm going to bring in the avatar component and the user info component and put it right above the message. So let's do that right about here. So I'm going to say import sk avatar from @/components /sk avatar. It wants me to do .view. Okay, and then I can register this component. Right there. And this is just a local registration. Technically, I could make a global one, but I think this is fine. What happened to the name Greenhouse? There were multiple issues. Greenhouse is an extremely popular name itself. There's not a lot of good opportunities for search engine optimization. And also, all of my components were prefixed with GH, and everyone was complaining last time that that means GitHub. And so I wanted a more unique prefix. So now we're using the SK prefix. Yeah. This is not ViewMagick. This is actually an alias, I think, that is set up in ESLint and in TypeScript. Is that available? See, we can get a cool domain like that. Unless somebody's taken that. I don't think they have. I couldn't really find anything for SproutKit. So yeah, that would be an awesome domain. What does the GitHub icon mean? Oh, it's the team. It's the team badge. I thought you were here for that, Katoli, but if you do exclamation mark badges, you can get a list of all the teams. I probably need to be Italian. It's possible. It's possible. All right, so we're gonna have a div, and this is the container for the top part of the message. Let's do a quick stretch. All right, so inside of this div, we are going to render an SK avatar, and actually, let's just grab an example. We are going to do, I think this one's Alka. Hope you're okay with me using you in all these examples, Alka. But just like that, there we go. So we got a nice little message, and it has Alka on it, so that's great. Francais. That's probably not how that's pronounced. And now that I think about it, the message, or like the padding, should only be on the left and the right. So I don't want any top and bottom padding on the message. I just want it, yeah, because I want the message to be a little bit closer. Actually, even less than that. Wait. Let's inspect this. What's happening here? Oh, and one thing I didn't show last time is it automatically documents all of the props and their default values with that little thing there, which is pretty cool. What's a good use case for a measurement X? Oh, I've never used that before. I have no idea. Oh, I think there's some default padding, yeah, or default margin on a p tag. I think this is the browser styles for margin. Let's see. Let's do margin 0 on this message. I mean, I probably should have done like a CSS reset. I think it's fine though. Yeah, that's more like it. And in that case, I actually do want a little bit of padding on the top and the bottom to do that. Very cool, very cool. Well, I'll implement showing messages in a different format inside this component, or make separate components, as in emoji-only ones, point redemptions, follows. This potentially could be the base component, because if you look at like what do you call it? Like the follow, it's very similar, it's just a different color. So I think we might actually make a follow component where you can define what the header looks like and stuff like that. Oh, is Larry here? Sorry, I missed you, Larry. Well, check out Larry. He's a member of our Live Coders team. Welcome, welcome. Wave. And then, oh, I mean, I guess I can just search. But there's also, like, rewards redemptions, which are slightly different and can have a different color. So I think this will be the base component itself, and then we can just modify the chat card. Step 1, CSS reset, always. Text not aligned with the icon on the left causes 0.5 rem of padding. Yeah, I don't want the text aligned with the icon. I thought I didn't. Maybe I do. Maybe I just want padding on top and bottom and none on the left and the right, because then that aligns it. Okay. Change the color of the chat overlay? I'm open to it. So this is called View Style Guidance. View Style Guidance is what we're using. And thank you, Andrew, for that hydrate. The text is now aligned. So hopefully that fixes, or that appeases everyone. Okay, so that's great. Now let's add the user info. This is so easy. We already made all these components last time. Chief Mustardo with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate you. All right. Well, hello, goodbye, Informath Music. OCD appeased. All right, we need Alka. We need full Alka with his Rebel team. Actually, what team are you today, Alka? Team Rebel. But we're gonna put that avatar there, and then we're gonna put the user info there. Cool. And we're gonna parameterize all of this because all of that data needs to be passed down to the component itself. We'll call this class chat info. Let's call this chat message. We're going to rename this to chat dash message. I know I could be using BIM or something like that. This is fine. This is fine. So by default, yeah, they're going to be on top of each other. And I don't want that, so I'm going to style this chat info to be a flexbox. And we'll say display is flex. And by default, that should just put them next to each other like that. Yep. But what I want to do is on the user info, we're going to add a class of chat user info. It needs padding. So this chat user info class is going to have a little bit of, let's call it left margin, of 0.25 rems. We want more. We want 0.5 rems. We want more. We want 1 rem of padding. It's probably too much. 0.5 is probably good. Yeah, like that. Skip this message. Don't read it. Ha! Yeah, and let's try this light blue. So here's the thing, though. Alka's name is actually in blue, so it actually is interfering with the card itself. What we need to do is write some color math that will convert the user's color to better match the background. But for now, oh, actually, and I'll show you how this works. So, well, actually, I do need to define it as a prop background color. I don't know. Let's just do this for a second. That's too light. I don't like it. SK is Sprout Kit. Sprout Kit. I did message on Discord. I don't know if you might have notifications turned off for that channel, but I've been live for about 30 minutes. About 30 minutes. What is better, including Vue with a script tag or using the CLI tool? It really depends on your use case. If you have a very simple website where you're just trying to do some simple stuff, a script tag in the HTML is totally fine. If you have a very large website, or even a medium-sized website with multiple components, the CLI tool is going to be a lot better, not only for development, but also for deployment, because it does the hard work of bundling everything together and making sure stuff is small as possible. Whereas if you're just putting it directly in the HTML, you don't get that benefit. So yeah. Oh yes, red. Don't skip this message. Read it. Can I help with that question? Not right now, but this evening. This evening we're going to be doing Codekatas, so be sure to send me that link this evening. Okay, what we need to do is we need to not pass in the color for Alka for now. Like for now, we're just going to use the default white color. And yeah, that's how it shows up in this overlay. Like if it might just look like that. Chief Mustardo with the gifted subs. Thank you so much. Oh no, a tier 2 sub. Tier 2. Congrats to Brandon Cannon. Thank you very much, Chief Mustardo. I appreciate you. Okay, that is a nice little chat card. Would you agree? Would you agree? We could also do a different layout, because like this is the layout that I like in my chat overlay, where we have, actually that's all I'm going to worry about right now. But in the future, we could make it so that it looks more like Twitch messages, right? Where the message appears off to the right. So we'll do that afterwards. But I think this is totally fine, totally doable. But now I'm actually seeing that what's my zoom level? Okay, 100% zoom. The flag is too big. Too big. Oh, the flag is taking into account the font size. Okay, I actually kind of don't want that. The name needs more margin. We can handle that. That's going to be in the user info component, and the name literally has a class called name. And we'll make it like that. What do you think of that? I'm not changing the layout. No, I'm just basically rewriting everything so it's reusable. When did I leave my samurai path to dedicate myself to software? I'm not dedicated to software. I'm just doing this for fun. The moment it's not fun anymore, I'm going to stop. But actually, I think what we need to do is the country flag should always have the same font size. Stop it. say the country has a font size of, default font size of 1 rem. Yeah, so that brings it down to the regular size, and then it doesn't take into account the size of the text. Cool. Hello, Abdul Aziz. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Piero. Welcome. All right, what more do I need on this thing? I guess I could define some slots for buttons. Oh, and we need the time sent. We need the time across the bottom. Okay, so we have the chat info. And then we'll have a div. We'll call it... And actually, I don't know why I started doing it. I wasn't doing this in my other components. I'm going to stop doing it. I'm not going to prefix this with chat. I think this is fine because it's nested. So we'll call it info line, user info, message, and then we'll call this action line. I don't know. There's actions there. But then let me get rid of my prefixes. So this is just message, and this is just user info, and this is just info line. I think, is that what I called it? Yes. Yes. Cool. Everything still works. This is going to have a time sent. Do I want it in a div? We'll just put it in a span. Span's fine, right? And this will say something like 25 seconds ago. So that's really big. We don't want that. So let's bring it down. Bring it down a little bit. First of all, the action line is going to be display flex. There are plenty of use cases for important. Oh, and thank you, Chief Mustardo, for that posture check. I'm going to get a new identity and jump out of an airplane into a distant land. If that's what I need to do, that's what's going to happen. Hello, Rakshi. Welcome, welcome. Action line. That has a nested time sent. But inside the action line, we want to say display flex. So that way, it's a single line. And we'll say justify content. Space evenly. No, space between. Space between. And then time sent will have a font size of 0.5 rems. That's too small. 0.75 rems. That's a decent size. And then we are going to put a slot right here. I think I can do a slot name. And we'll call this action line start. And this will actually, no, actually, we're going to do this. We're going to put a div right here. And that has the name action line start. And then we put the slot, no. We're going to put this inside of a div and give it this name. But what that will allow us to do is we can, I believe, we should be able to pass in some content that gets rendered on the left-hand side here. So something like this button, because we don't always want this button to be there, but in some cases we do. What does long polling mean? It was used before we had things for real-time client-to-server communication. So like in this case, this UI is using socket WebSockets. So the server emits an event that there is a chat message. The client has a persistent connection to the server, and it can listen and know when those events happen, and then act on that. But before something like this existed, you didn't have a persistent connection to a server. So long polling involved you send a request to the server, and instead of immediately responding, the server waits until there's potentially a message that it wants to send you. And then it just does an HTTP response. And you get back kind of like a server sent event because you were waiting. And then after you get back your response, you send another request that is waiting. And if it times out, it'll time out and you make another request. So long polling is a way of doing real time in a sense. Have I done a stream with D3 and React? Nope. Have I considered doing machine learning? Not really. I mean, people ask about it, but yeah. Socket.io is an implementation or a wrapper around WebSockets, which are built into the browser. Thank you, Verisaffixion. Make the slot flex grow. Yes. So that way it pushes the other thing to the end. So it's going to have that name, But let's give it a class called line start. And then line start has a flex grow of 1. So it should fill the container. Yeah. And it pushes the time all the way to the right. Tensor stream? Maybe. Welcome, Varus. Welcome from YouTube. Welcome to the Twitch side. But yeah, so that pushes the time over to the far right. And that now allows the component consumer to pass in anything they want here. So in the example, and actually we need to start defining some props. Okay, how does this information come in? So I think this comes in as a user object. So here's what we get. We're gonna get a user object. Object as user. We're gonna define this this interface user. Interface user. We did this last time. I forget how to do that. Is it me or does Google search seem weird? It's not just you. Google search is very weird. But I have this extension installed, which makes it look like the old way. But if I disable that extension, here, disable. It looks like, wait, hard refresh. Yeah, it looks like this, where everything looks like an ad, and it's kind of hard to parse. But this thing makes it look a little bit more like what it used to look like, which is, try again. Oh wow, it's not working. Yeah, the extension didn't do anything. All right, never mind. The extension's called Better Google, but apparently it's broken right now. And thank you, Andrew. So we need to import prop type from view. And then right here, we'll say object as prop type of user, like that. Cool. And now, I'm not blaming Firefox. I'm not. I've gotten used to Firefox. Firefox is the way. This is the way. This is the way. All right. If we go to the my API for Vox, you can see we have this user object. Let's see. Is Andrew in here? I'm here to blame Firefox. What's up, James Warner? Everyone should check out James Warner. He's a member of our Live Coders team. I don't know. So Firefox is cool. They're from the Mozilla Foundation. The Mozilla Foundation is a good place. And Firefox was doing great things way before Google Chrome existed. But then Chrome came along. It was slimmer. It was faster. And so then I switched to Chrome. Oh, sorry. For a while, I switched to Chrome. But now, I'm back on Firefox. Things are great again. The thing is, I use Firefox on mobile. And Shines Love with the gifted sub. Who got it? Who's the lucky winner? Oh, and I totally forgot. I have this this fancy UI created by Alka. James Warner, congrats. You're now a member of the... not a member. You're part of the Coding Garden community. You get that nice little badge next to your name now. Let's get some hearts in the chat for James Warner. Mozilla work on some cool stuff, especially their mixed reality team. Yeah, they do a lot of cool stuff for sure. Vivaldi. Is that what Opera? Is that Opera? Isn't it a better browser for web dev? It might be. It might be. The thing is it used to kind of be the only thing for web development. But there was a tool called Firebug. Firebug was an extension you could add to Firefox, but that is like the basis for all modern web dev tools. Okay, we found a tool last time that'll let us convert JSON into a TypeScript type. Does anybody remember the website? JSON2TS? No, this is the one that I was using. Check my history. That could be very dangerous. And thank you, I think it's QuickType. Yeah, it's QuickType. Thank you, Acelera, for that hydrate. The current ones are forked from Firebug. Yeah, but it used to be you had to install that to get the DevTools. All right, let's go to quick type. Our type is JSON. And we want to go to TypeScript, interfaces only. Would you look at that? Wait, Pokédex? What? No. Oh, name. User. I was like, what? This is not a Pokédex. So we're going to get a user object. And it has an ID, a name, a bio created at. it was their initial example. It was this, which was Pokemon. That's not what we're working with. Definitely a Pokédex. Yeah, this project is all about components. So we're building a component library, and you can see that last time we worked on like the avatar component, and we also worked on the user info component. And this time we're working on the chat card, which consumes those two components. So it takes in the avatar and the user info and displays a message. Okay, so we get the user object. That's great. It's gonna look like that. This is basically the exact response from the Twitch API with maybe one thing changed, where there's now an ID property. And let's say that's optional because I know that that's my custom backend. And then follow and subscription are also very similar to what's coming back from the Twitch API. But follow is either follow or false, and subscription is either a subscription or false. This is just specific to my backend, but other people are welcome to pass in a similar format. Where are my Pokemons? Oh, we are your Pokemons, yeah. Yeah, that's the plan. Get this library working, and then all the things will use it, because right now this is just copy pasted code. So that's an overlay. This website is copy pasted components that look very similar, but they're just copy pasted. There's the overlay at the beginning of the stream. It's also copy pasted. We're trying to do things right. I don't have a new logo for SproutKit if you want to try. And thank you, Gledson Oliveira, for that follow. Okay, so we get a user object, and then we're going to display that user information. So what I want to do is this is going to be user.logo. Copy pasting isn't good. Treat us like objects. So image is going to be user.logo. Subscriber is going to be user.subscriber. And then name is going to be bound to user.name. I think name is what I want. Display name. We'll use display name. Yeah, Vue and TypeScript is awesome. It is not at all a pain to deal with. Usually, I actually don't like TypeScript that much. It makes development not very fun for me. I know it's useful, but it's not that fun. With Vue, it's pretty good. What's up, Shedot? Welcome. And I apologize, Shedot. Yes, but I have renamed the project. It is no longer Greenhouse. It's called SproutKit. Yes, this is true. Okay, where are we at? We've got our interfaces. We want to show the username, so I'm going to do user.displayname or user.name. So that will choose the right one if username is not there. Badges comes from the message. Game Default with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much, Game Default. Display name sometimes contains Unicode. It might be useful to display it as Twitch does for those. Display name, username. We'll put that in the to-do. Not there. And actually, that would be inside of the user info component. Can I do this? Go to definition? No. I could do this? Yes. Wait. Oh! What the heck? I actually didn't have to register the avatar component? That's gonna break things. But look, I actually don't have to register the avatar component. Oh, no, it broke. I do have that, but I didn't bring in the SK user info component. Okay. Welcome, Silver Surfer. The greenhouse is gone. Yeah, so I just really really like the simplicity of JavaScript, and TypeScript removes that simplicity, and it tries to make it like C# or Java, which are fine languages, but they're very complex, and there's a lot of rules, and I like the fact that JavaScript is very loose on the rules. That's what's fun for me about coding. When I write TypeScript, it starts to feel like it's my job. And I don't want this to feel like my job. I want to have fun. But that's just my opinion. I've talked about that before. Yeah. Okay, this is broken right now because we're not actually passing down a user object. So let's pass down Andrew to our example. Until it doesn't do what you're expecting and you endlessly search for that typo. Well, the thing is, I just don't make typos. Like, I don't see why. The thing is, like, a lot of TypeScript people are so obsessed with that. But the other thing is, I also use ESLint. Like, I use ESLint religiously, and ESLint will capture typos. It'll say like unresolved variable, and so I don't need TypeScript for that. Okay. Uh-huh. Why is this complaining? Unexpected character name in attribute. Well, it doesn't like the double quotes, and I kind of don't want to get rid of all of these. Yeah. You can convert them to single quotes, I guess. Oh, geez, not all those. Yeah, so there's a lot of tooling, and the other thing is you can get TypeScript checking in your JavaScript files inside of VS Code without having the TypeScript build process. Is there a React flow for Vue to keep JavaScript? I'm not sure. Okay, this should still technically work though. Let's see. Well, no, it won't. Oh, because we're in JSX. Wait, okay, I can fix this. No. I want colons followed by a space, and then we want to make that a single quote. And make that a single. Oh no, we should be able to get rid of it altogether. Okay, now every single quote becomes a double quote. And there we go. It works. So that's cool. And what is this magic? That's me. Okay, so we got a user object. Now we need to get the badges. The badges are actually going to come from the info that is associated with the TMI. Well, not a TMI, a Twitch IRC event, but it's coming through TMI. Long live VS Code. So let's find a message that did come from Andrew. Here. This is basically the information that's going to come across in the message object. Like that, I believe. And then let's turn this into some types. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is the message type. Cool. 30 minutes till the SpaceX launch. Cool. I'll be done streaming by then, so you all can go watch it. Okay, so we get the user. Message is actually not a string. Message is an object with a lot of interesting things inside of it. So the type is message as a prop type for message. Coding Garden is greater than SpaceX. Okay, so we're gonna throw our types in here. Right now, I just have my types in here for convenience, but in a second, we're gonna move these into a separate file. There was an attempt. I'm a fan. Actually, did you use one of those logo generation tools? Because I've seen that seedling there before. Yeah, what font is this? I like the font. Hello, Med. Welcome. Long live Vim. Hello, it said. Welcome. Okay, so no, object as a prop type of message And so message has badges raw, and that's what we're going to pass through to badges. Cool. Yep, and we can see that, wait. Oh, but then we're not actually passing that down. So now we need to pass it down so that it actually has some badges on it. And we'll, oh, we gotta do that, the weird stuff again. Can you tell my classmate to stop sneezing in my headphones? They should probably mute themselves. I'm guessing you're in class right now, like on Zoom or something like that. Thesis Sans. Oh, cool. And thank you, Chief Mustardo, for that hydrate. Pure Inkscape. Oh, that's good. Okay, let's format this. And I'll walk you through all the keyboard shortcuts that I'm using this time. I mean, this part I do have to do manually. Mainly because my editor isn't running inside of this Markdown, which is JSX. I mean, technically I could paste this somewhere else and then format it. You know what? It's probably a way better way to do it. But regardless, I'm going to show you my my keyboard shortcuts, how I convert this into the thing that you saw before. And I think this goes in one like that. Okay, so the first keyboard shortcut is just built into VS Code. And so I'm selecting :space. And you can see that it's highlighting all of those. So those are basically the things that I want to highlight. So right now, :space is selected. Inside of VS Code, there's a command to select the next item that matches your current selection, and put a new cursor there. So on a Mac, it's Command D. I think on Windows, it's Control D. So we can do this. And this is going to, see how it's creating multiple cursors for each one. It's two more. Okay, so it's created multiple cursors. Now, I can simultaneously type on every single line simultaneously. I can simultaneously type simultaneously. And now I can like do that. And then I could do something like Alt arrow, which is going to jump over the thing and we'll delete that. So at this point, we have removed Control D. Yeah. At this point, we've removed the double quotes from the properties. So that's great. Now we need to remove the single quotes from the other things. And again, I'm just doing Command D. There's probably a better way. And if you use Vim, you're probably like, oh, I can just type $QWWWF and it will it will do it for me. But I haven't set that up. So we'll do that, and now we get single quotes. Okay, what's it look like? Nice. No, so actually, I don't want to show the message property anymore. I want to show probably .content. Yeah, I'm gonna use .content. And I think actually, Quint Nasty with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. No, we'll use the message property by default. The thing is, no, I think I want content because my backend is actually is parsing the emotes and putting them into content. I guess technically I could parse the emotes on the front end. I don't know. What do you all think? Should I parse the emotes on the front end or the back end? But this now needs to be message.content. Yeah. Content. Thank you, Triano, for that posture check. Both. Well, the thing is, the endpoints that get the emotes, like the Better Twitch TV and Frankerface emotes, those support cores. I don't know why it's so hard for me to say words. But those support cores, so we technically could call those endpoints to get the Better Twitch TV and Frankerface emotes here. I think it honestly, I think it would make sense because that way you could use this library and you don't need a custom backend. Like, you technically could just point TMI.js at this library and you get some nice styled chat components. Subscription is there? Why is the subscription user.subscription? There we go. Adds a little badge next to his name. What happens to your network traffic when it loads thousands of message cards at once? So just like the Twitch badges, the API call will only happen once. So the API call to get all of the emotes happens once when the app loads, and then it just leaves them cached. So it's not going to hit the API multiple times. And we could add something that says, like, refresh the cache every 30 minutes. Yeah. Yes, Carl Johnson is what you can call me. All right, so we got that. And what else? Oh, yeah, country code and team. I think that was embedded here, right? No. We're actually going to add those as custom properties on... Wait, on the user? Where's the user? User has follow subscription, and then it also has a country. And this is coming from my custom backend, but... Oh, not or define, undefined. This is an optional property. But we'll say country has a name, which is a string, and a code, which is a string. And then there's also a team, which is optional, and that's a string. And Andrew, well, actually, we'll use these. So now when we need to pass down the country code, this is going to be... So if user.country, then we want user.country.code. Otherwise, nothing. And then the team will be bound to user.team, or nothing. Okay. Yeah, right now they're not saving across streams, but the idea is eventually... Oh yeah, I should be able to do that. Optional chaining. Why is this complaining? vbind directives require an attribute value. Oh. Oh. It doesn't like the fact that that could resolve to undefined. I don't know. But now in the example, if the user object has a country, and the name is United States of America, and the code is US, we should still see the US flag. We don't. We broke it. We've broken it. Lowercase US, I think. Yep. Yep. United States of America. Hello, that noob. So user object is required, so we wouldn't have to say the question mark on the user object. You cannot optional chain, I mean, inside of JSON itself. I don't think you can do optional chaining. Yeah, you can't do SVGs. I think that's okay. Sproutkit. Sproutkit. Nice. Okay, so got user card, name. Are we missing anything else? I think this is the main stuff. Oh, do they have a team? What's your team, Andrew? Team Twitch. So on the user object, we're going to pass down team as Twitch. Nice. Nice. I will in the DOM purifier. That's the plan. And I won't use my image proxy. I'll default to the DuckDuckGo image proxy, and then you can probably also pass a prop, or we'll have like a config that you can set up initially that says what image proxy you should use. Yeah. Object.student !age mean. So this is what's this called? Optional chaining? What's the name of this thing? Oh, I declare them all in one file right now for convenience, but they're gonna go into separate files in the interfaces folder. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, She Dot. The thing is, I really, really like pixel art. I really, really do. I don't know why. I feel like maybe I don't know if it will ever feel dated if I use something that's like pixel art. Yeah, the coalescing operator. Yeah, pixel art is great. Are you a designer, Impy? Are you a designer? I don't know. It's just so good. I really like it. It is modern again. Yeah, but I really like pixel art. I just like it so much. I'm sorry, Impy. Yours is great. I really like it. But this is pixel art. Oh, question mark. Yeah. I was sorry. Yeah, I've seen NES CSS. It's pretty cool. Pixel art, yeah. But it's so good. ZX Spectrum, Commodore 64H, nice. Pixel art is real art. Have you seen the things people can have done with pixel art? All right, what was I about to do? Well, I forgot, and I have to go soon. Oh yeah, we were gonna explain this thing. So what does this do? So what this says is, and it's a really nice way, because I mean you can kind of see here that I'm using a ternary, and if we wanted to go deeper into this object, if it was deeper, we might have to have multiple nested ternaries. But what the coalescing operator allows you to do is to say like this. So what this says is, if country is defined, if country is an object, let's get the code property out of that object. But if country is not defined, this entire expression resolves to undefined. So it's a really shorthand way of like digging deep into an object. You could also do this. So if user is defined, go into the country property. If country is defined, get the code property from that object. So that is what that option. This is called optional chaining. Yes, thank you, Doc. I was looking for the name. The nullish coalescing is this, but apparently my view editor doesn't like it. I'm gonna leave it as a ternary. I think that's fine. Yeah. Okay. What are we missing? I think this is mainly it, right? Ta-da! Let's get some props going for all these CSS properties, though. So I think the main one that I want you to allow you to pass down is the color of the text and the background color. These are going to be the only two props that I expose. However, because these are custom CSS properties, someone could apply a class to this component, and it will actually, and if you, in that class, you set these custom properties, it's going to override everything that uses those properties. What is the country code name? Oh, just the name of the country, like South Africa or Antarctica or Nigeria, different things like that. I think inside the HTML, Vue has to parse it / enable it, while in the code you can use it normally. Yeah, I think, I mean, usually any bound property can be any valid JavaScript expression, but that might actually be more work for the Vue runtime. And thank you, Nirme, for that follow. Yeah, I'm converting. Yeah, okay. Yeah, welcome, Kuzi. From Malaysia. Welcome. Okay, so let's make these props, and then that's the last thing I can do before I have to go. I do have a meeting. But we want a prop called color. This is type is a string, and the default value is going to be white, like that. And the other thing is background color. Type is a string. The default background color is this purplish color. Can we continue with the making of components? You mean like as pull requests? I'm open to that. The only issue is I do a lot of custom things, and I want to make sure that it's going to work with all of my apps. 414. That's how many YouTube subs I have, right? Wait, no. No, views. That's how many views I have? What is that? What are we looking? What number am I looking at? No worries, liquid oxygen. Oh, those are your seedlings. Okay, I was like, what is that? Okay, so color, background color. Great. Now, how do we override these CSS properties? We just do it with a style bind. So what we're going to do on the top level component is we're going to say, let's bind the style. This is an object where the keys in the object are the style property to set. So we'll say something like color, and we want to set that to be the color. It supports HTML? Yes, my chat overlay does, yeah. Is that what you're asking about? And then also we want to override the background color, CSS prop, to be background color, the prop. I think if we format this, it'll probably put it on the next line. That's fine. Quick stretch. Quick stretch. Welcome, Aditya. Java from India. Very good. It definitely can, but we're using a sanitization library. So yes, you want to be very careful if you are allowing this in your chat overlays, but we are sanitizing all of the stuff. So we strip out. You can't have script tags, you can't have iframes or embeds or objects. We even started removing the style tag, or the style attribute and the class attribute because people were abusing those. So you can do some things, like this, like image embeds, or what do you call it? And the other thing is all image embeds run through a proxy, so people can't try to get my IP address. But as you can see, when it's an SVG, that doesn't work with the proxy that we're using. But that's fine. I'm okay if messages are broke, as long as it supports, or this. Like, you can see this is a marquee with like the mark tag, which gives it like a highlight. But I don't know. The sanitation has been crowd pen tested by Twitch chat over the last 6 months. It's so true. It's so true. What did you try to do? Yeah, so this is the main thing that people always try to do. I get like random people showing up that they're not following, and they have like a weird username, and they're trying to cross-site script me, but it's not gonna work. At least not right now. It might work eventually, and then we'll fix it. But yeah, basically, chat has been pen testing this overlay for 6 months. Have a look. Big list of naughty strings. Oh yeah, I mean we could test that against it too. I'm not gonna click that link, Andrew. I bet it's a Rickroll. Okay, last thing we'll do is we'll just show a couple of examples of more items. So if we copy this, and then now we pass down the color to be red, and the background color to be yellow, we get a hot dog themed. Oh no, it didn't work. Let's see. Refresh. Wait, did I save? Oh, what's up, Murdoch? Welcome, welcome. Why didn't that work? So, that's not inside the user object. We have background, color, and color. And if we look at our props, we have a prop called color, which is a string, background color, which is a string. Hello, Yukarai. Welcome, welcome. And we are using background color and color. Very good. And then here we're saying the color should be the color prop and background color should be the background color prop. That looks good to me. Are we getting any build errors? Try again. Hello, Robin. Yeah, you're right, Doc. Doc has sent me some resources on how we can intercept all requests that the Electron app is making and make sure that nothing malicious is happening. All right. Well. Oh, I don't want to bind these. They're literally strings. So if I bind them, then it's looking for a variable called yellow and a variable called red. This should work. There we go. Hot dog theme. We could even do hot dog theme inverse. Or I don't know, maybe this is the inverse of hot dog theme. Background color red, color yellow. Nice. Just got a new phone and my service provider is having issues seeing if my IMEI is valid. That is unfortunate. I've had issues like that before. You got to be careful if you're getting stuff from like eBay. Background color. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, we'll do one more example, and then I have to go. I love it. It's dark. Okay, so this for the background. And then this for the color, for the text color. Wow, it's beautiful. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right. My favorite color is hashtag never gonna give you up. All right, thank you, Kuzi, for that posture check, but I do have to go. I do like that. It's pretty good. It's all right. I like the hot dog theme. Or this one. The thing is, I'll probably clean up this documentation because, like, technically, you actually don't need to pass down all of these properties. You really only need to pass down the things that we're using, and so I'll probably update these interfaces to allow for that. We got a stretched image. What tried to happen? Oh, that's weird. Why did it stretch? Oh, wait. Did you stretch it? Oh, okay. See? It's literally stretched. I'm not going to add the view source button. I'll show you what I did there. I don't have any examples of it yet, but what we have is a slot. So this is where the view source button would go, or the highlight message would go. But because this is a slot, the consumer of this component can define whatever elements they want to appear over here. So that's the plan. The consumer is going to pass in buttons and be able to do different things with those buttons and stuff like that. Yeah, this is on GitHub. It's called SproutKit. I'm going to push up all the code I wrote today there as well. But I do have to go. I appreciate you all. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for all the fun and the chats. And this looks pretty good. It's pretty good. I'll probably integrate it. I don't know if I'm going to do it off stream. The thing is, I never get things done. I mean, I never get a lot done. Never get a lot done when streaming all of this stuff. Well, thanks for making this logo sheet out. It's really cool. And shout out to Infi for making the logo as well. This is the modern logo. This is the we're a startup pixel art logo. But yeah, I guess I'll try not to code on this off stream. The only thing is, the longer it takes me to build this, the longer it's going to take to start working on more useful things. Because right now, we're essentially just working through tech debt. Right? We have all this tech debt of, if you ever wonder what tech debt was, this is it. We have copy-pasted code here. We have copy-pasted code here, here, right, here. Somebody might be load testing the site. That's fine. Tech debt. Basically, it's just code that we now need to fix and rewrite. Oh, and yeah, I'll try to check out that name. All right. Please join us in this raid. If you go to raidmessages.now.sh, you can get the raid messages to copy and paste. And I don't know who we're going to raid, but we're going to find somebody fun. And wherever we go, show them love, drop a follow, have a good rest of your day. Make the design bad on purpose as a startup, and then completely change it in a month so it looks like you made a lot of money. That makes a lot of sense. That's literally, I believe this is literally an image not found image. I bet that's what it is. I'm not even going to look at it. Okay. Also, shout outs to all the supports. Triano with the Twitch Prime sub, Alvi with the Tier 1 sub, Chief Mustardo, Game Default, Quint with all the Twitch Prime sub. Thanks, Chief Mustardo, for the gift, and Shines Love for the gift. I appreciate all the supports. You're awesome. You're awesome. I'm going to be streaming tonight. The stream schedule down there is correct. That's the time I will be streaming Code Katas. So I'll see you then, but wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And until next time, here is this.